Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 22 of our final countdown battle royale. One last of 3 songs to go, and this one is particularly morbid looking as it is, because the way I was sort of like wanting to upload these videos is sort of like for this video to be up by about 10 o'clock UK time, like European time I should say, and the cover for this, what's this called? Dance First, which I believe is what the album's meant to be called. It features this guy with an axe walking towards us from a darkened forest. Kind of looks like it. Kind of like reminds me of like the cover for Resident Evil 4. It's the guy with the chainsaw standing ominously in the woods. Because, there was something. Even the way it's all like pixelated, the way it was like put up like this makes it look creepy as hell. I'm gonna admit I'm sort of hooked on that. I'm hooked on how creepy this all looks. It kind of reminds me almost of that. What was that? I think it was called Whore or something like that. It was a song I did a couple of months ago. That kind of like had this sort of appeal of the ink scratched sort of logo here of Darkthorne, which I believe are from Kolbotn in Norway, I seem to believe, and it's from 1995 as well, so 25-year anniversary, so kudos to Darkthorne and that. So let's see what they've got for us today. So if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Quintescence in 3, 2, 1, and
forgotten by mortals. A tragic evil single sin. It's my swan to leave me alone. I feel it. The whole world was single place. On the road to Royale, I slaughtered the one with my single hit, with my slave. 5 minutes in the woman, so alone in the night. I had them all satisfied purposely. Every time of myself. the truth. Hard as a rock, cold as ice. Surrender when I rose to face them. Stand hungry with the swallow my ship. I steadily walk back home, and I only got wet on my feet. Revealing my fear. There's no question I cannot answer. Only one single life to show me this way. And that is the eye of Satan.
Few things I kind of like just wanted to get off my chest just before we begin. You see that dot right there, which I suppose is meant to be like the sun or something like that? It's perfectly in the middle of this album. It's perfectly in the middle. And also, just one more thing. Doon 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 doon. You know how I was making the connections to Resident Evil 4 in the beginning? I wonder if this is like one of those occasions where the music is actually saying Mori desidu, Mori desidu. Again, anyone who's ever played Resident Evil 4 will reminisce over the fact that that game is just awesome. You know, so is Quintesescence, to be honest. It is absolutely... I absolutely love doom metal, because bands that play doom metal, it's just like making love. Usually you listen to it whilst sitting at a table. Got that covered. Also, it's kind of like slow to begin with, but you know what? It has to. You can't have something last for something as enjoyable as sex to last only 4 minutes. It has to be at the very least 6 or 7 minutes long, just so everything sinks in and you begin to get everything into proportion. Also, you feel deep shame when it's over, because you just all you want to do is start it all over again. Also, the older you get, the less fun I'm pretty sure it becomes. So remember, kids, always wear a condom when listening to doom metal. It's a good thing I washed my hands before starting this, but I think I might just have to wash them again when this is all said and done. Anyway, guys, that was Quintesescence by Darkthorne, and it's a very, very short, as far as like lyrics goes, it's very, very short. There are 16 lines in total, and I'm pretty sure that you know what's really good about having a song having that little lyrics in it is that sometimes it's not always about what they say, it's about does it deliver or not. I mean, how rubbish do you reckon something like Rap God would have been if Eminem purely solely focused on the music as opposed to the trillions of lines he was saying per second? It would make the whole experience a little bit useless. But Quintesescence has, and I'm literally just going to go over the entire song in one cap, which is, I'm pretty sure, something we've actually never really done before, but we may as well because it's just that short. 8 miles deep the well, forgotten by mortals. Oh, I drank it empathy in one single sip. 8 miles wide, the valley beyond all hope. Oh, I fill the hole with one single fist. 5 million Christians on a ride towards us. Oh, I slaughtered the bunch with one single hit with my spear. 5 million women so alone in the night. Oh, I had them all satisfied profusely every night by myself. 10,000 trolls hard as rock, cold as ice. Oh, they ran when I rose to face them. 10 hungry waves, they swallowed my ship. Oh, I steadily walked home and only got wet on my feet. No single book were beholden by me. Oh, no question, I cannot do answer. Only one single lamp do show me this way, and that is the eye of Satan. Is this like, I was almost going to say Genghis Khan, but it has to have been some. In fact, actually, I mean, it could be actually be about Genghis Khan the more I think about it. But that's just because wasn't it? How many people was it that he killed? Emperor of the Mongol Empire, which became the largest of the colonies in the history of the world. How many did he kill? He had 15 kids. Jesus, that's a lot. So, well, 40 million people he's said to have killed. So, you know what? It probably may stand to reason that maybe 5 million of them were Christians. Possibly, I don't know. I haven't really the time to look over the obituaries. But I say that because, well, because of the use of spear, and obviously of the time of the early 12th century in which Genghis was knocking about. Of course, it stands to reason that they would use spears, swords, scabbards, sabers, because I'm pretty sure gunpowder was, even if it wasn't even administered in large quantities in armies, because it feels, Because when you think about it, so you think of Genghis Khan, and you think the way he slaughtered 40 million people, which is barbaric in itself. It truly is barbaric. But let's just go over a few other things I want to do while we've got this opportunity. The way in which this dude was singing, I call it Quintesescence. It sounded like a moronic preacher from the very depths of hell, the types of which even devils, satans, and Beelzebub probably would have scoffed and just turned away, because they are not. He is not quite like us. We are a better class of evil than him. But yet, all the same, talking this much about defiling women and slaughtering millions of people, you could almost say it's literally like a metaphor of a man descending into a well, descending further and further, deeper and down, and he's not going to come back out anytime soon. It's literally putting a man, confining him to hell to pay for what he's done. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, what do you expect? God was going to give Genghis Khan a high five when he got into heaven, saying, you know what? We could have done less. We could have done without 40 million people on this earth anyway. We were just thinking of another great flood was a little bit overkill because of what happened the last time. So we're just going to have you there, Mr. Khan. You're going to do it for us. I'll see you at the seafood buffet bar when you get up here. Actually, when you hear of the rumors and some of the things that Genghis Khan did with his empire, you would have been forgiven in thinking that Genghis would have absolutely have stood firm to the idea that he was tasked by God to not only rule with the largest Mongolian empire in history, but wasn't it something like there would be like messengers who would travel for days on horseback, and because I remember there was something like about very briefly when I did a little bit of research about Genghis Khan, is that he would have soldiers travel on horseback for days to deliver messages, and then once they just got to the station and delivered their message, there would be another horse already ready, and they would sort of like, it's a bit like jumping from trains to train. He would just immediately get onto this next horse and immediately go off with a different message. So communication was always going to not be an issue for Khan's army, because Khan's army was not only enormous, but it was so widespread across his land. And even if that was not Darkthorne's intended purpose, you could have fooled me, because this song, Quintesescence, is quintessentially evil. It reeks of evil. And when you think about it, how much more evil can you get by taking the life of one person, let alone 40 million? And even if we were to believe 5 million of them were Christians and 5 million women were all, quote-unquote, satisfied profusely, well, Genghis probably may have satisfied at least a couple, because 15 kids, and wow, just wow. Wow. So anyway, I'm gonna go and wash my hands, but I hope you guys have all enjoyed this reaction video to Quintesescence by Darkthorne. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out, and I hope to love you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care, bye bye for now.